welcome to Too Many Minis. My name's Ossie. We're going to be having a look at the new Stormbringer magazine, Warhammer Stormbringer magazine. It's a Partwork magazine from Hachette and Games Workshop, much like Mortal Realms that they did before as an Age of Sigmar one, Imperium that they're still running for 40k, and Conquest, the previous 40k one. And even if you can remember back that far, Battle Games in Middle-earth, the Middle-earth one with D'Agostini in the early 2000s. So, as a Middle-earth fan, I'm a bit of a sucker for a miniatures part work. I thought I'd check this one out. Saw it in WH Smith's. First issue is just $2.99, bargain, but it's like drug dealing. It's like the first hit is free. They're trying to get you signed up for the long term at $8.99, like all Partworks. Let's have a look at it. Now, once you get it off its cardboard backing, big piece of card, the first issue comes on. You've got a sprue in here. Let's open up. Oh wait, first of all, you've got some rubbishy black and white dice that you can add to your collection of rubbishy black and white dice. You need them, but if you didn't have them, that would be useful. But everyone's got millions, right? We've got some bases, two 40mm and one 25mm. And then we've got this sprue. Sprue will be very familiar to anyone who's got Dominion, the Dominion AOS box set, or any of the starter sets. I think not all of the starter sets come with this sprue. You've got the Killer Boss with Stab Grot. Stab Grot is what the little base is for, and he's from your Cruel Boys. And on the other half of the sprue, you've got your Knight Arcanum for the Stormcast Eternals. Now, I never liked Stormcast when they launched them, but the newest ones, whatever they're called, Thunderstrike or something, the ones that came with Dominion, I think they're pretty great. I think they've slimmed them right down. They don't look like huge kind of linebackers now. These are like little kind of agile Stormcast. Much nicer. Oh look, a nice choice of heads. That's good. I can have a spare head. Let's use that one. And have a spare one that's useful for something else. Always nice. I quite fancy. So I don't have the intention of playing AOS really. It's not on my list of things to do. But it could be a good way of getting into it if you are. I want to use these in Warcry. I've already got the little Hobgrots, mostly painted, and I've got the Swamp Caller Shaman guy. Picked him up off eBay, and I've got the other hero for these guys that comes in some of the start boxes. So some of the start boxes have this one, the Knight Arcanum, and some have the other guy. It's another guy, and I picked them up. So if I get this, and then the next two issues of the magazine, I think it's the next two, I'll have basically enough for two good little Warcry warbands, which is pretty cool to me. But yeah, these look like great minis. They'll go together well. They're all kind of push fit and they're super easy to assemble. Nice little bit of reeds for your marshy mess for the Cruel Boys, and some ruiny Sigmarite stuff for the goodies. They're not good, they're bad. And you get your bases. So it's it's a crazy bargain. This you get those two for $2.99 plus your useless dice. And then you've got a stack of paper stuff to go with it. So we've got the main kind of magazine. It's got some introduction, some fluff stuff. Introduction to the Cruel Boys, introduction to the Stormcast. And it's got some stuff about giving a random name to to your Knight Arcanum and your Killer Boss and Stabgrot. He could be called Bogdur. There you go, that works. Stuff about origin stories and fluff, how to assemble them. Nice and simple. Yeah, nice simple instructions on assembling them. They are good at instructions now. They used to be pretty rubbish at it, but they're good at it now. Rough painting guide. It's quite nice actually. Not too basic, but not much instructions. And then an introduction to playing the game in a very simplified way. It's got a sort of walkthrough of some attack phases. And then it says, please sign up for more. That's the mag. And that shows you, I mean, the next 2 issues is going to be the Gut Rippers and the Vindicators. So, like I said, you get the first 3 issues, you got yourself 2 Warcry warbands. Pretty cool. Or the start of 2 armies for AOS. But you'll need a lot more to do that. Here's a mad fold in about all these dudes. No, you can add that in your little binder if you want. Here's a more of a guideline to what's coming up. You get your free kit if you subscribe early with clippers and one of those little mini mold line scrapers and some always useful plastic glue. We go through a lot of that around here. And there's more gifts as you carry on, including a heat changing mug and the annoying dividers and binders thing, and these slightly odd plasticky paint racks, some brushes that are fine, but it's all about the minis really, isn't it? It comes with a fold out board. It's a thin card board that folds out, and it's got on one side, if I could just fold it enough ways, it's like reading a newspaper on the tube. One side has these kind of deployment, movement, circles on, which you can use. They use in the instructions for like how to better learn the game. Quite useful. And then there's a big poster here, which has some kind of, Stormcasty. I can't even get this in front of the camera. What a mess. A Stormcasty person. I can't even forget it. Stormcasty person. That's not going on my wall, but if you've got space on your wall for that, there you go. I can hold it up here on the other camera. Look. Boom. It's like, oh, forget it. Anyways, most enticingly, it has a picture of roughly everything that's coming in the 80 odd issues they're planning. The question is, am I going to sign up for it? Are you going to sign up for it? I think I'm going to sign up. We only know what's in the first, I think, 4 or 5 issues. I think 4. And apart from a boring paint issue, the 4th one, but it's quite a good paint issue. I think it has 4 paints and a brush or something like that. Those first 4 are going to be good, and then I think it will basically, that's the trial period. It will then halt, and it won't really restart properly until the summer, I think. So that's when we'll start seeing some of this big collection of models. I think I'll be getting the first few and signing up, and then I will probably, cancel the subscription once it gets onto the big models, because without playing AOS, there's just not much point in me having these huge things. They're not gonna play in Warcry. Not that useful. But the things I am interested in is there are Underworld's warbands in here. There's some over there. There's the Sylvaneth one. There's the Thundrick Profiteers. There's The Harrowdeep ones are both in here. I think there's one or two in fact, I think, of the Goblin ones. Yeah, there's one up here and somewhere in here. And, you know, that's really cool to me. Get the Underworld's warbands and I can run them in Warcry, which is great. I'm keen on the terrain too, always like more terrain. And I quite like this set. It doesn't really fit with Warcry because it's very freshly built. It's half built and very Sigmarite kind of thing. But I just like terrain. It's cool. So I think I'll subscribe initially, cancel when it gets to the big monsters, the big base stuff, and then try and pick those up individually. The ones I want from that point onwards, basically, not the monsters, but the things that are still coming out after that point that I want. The way these have gone before is that the bigger models have tended to be later in the run, so I can get the kind of bulk of some of it before that. But what's good to me is that there isn't just tons of the same thing. So there isn't tons of Stormcast or tons of Cruel Boys. They, you know, you lots of different units, and then they've got Cruel Boys, Goblins, even some of the kind of Ironjaw regular Orcs. You've got a Gargant back there, whatever they're called, the kind of bad giants. We've got you know, a selection of at least sort of 3 different types of destruction models. And then over here on the Order side, we've got Stormcast and some of their big units, but then we've got Caradron Overlords, Sylvaneth as well. It means you're getting a real variety. You're not just getting, you know, I don't want a whole army of AOS stuff. I don't need it, but I like the variety you get in here. So I am interested in that. I think issue 1's great. If you go WH Smith's, whatever, and pick it up, great value. I'll enjoy painting those up. You know, you can get 2 and use them for conversions or whatever, practice. Again, issue 2 and 3. Issue 2, 10 Gut Rippers. That's pretty cool. $5.99. Issue 3 you get for free if you subscribe from issue 1 or 2, I think. So if you pick up the one in the shop, you subscribe from issue 2, you're going to get that and the number 3 for free. You're going to get your modelling kit. Issue 3, sorry, has the what do you call them? Vindicators. 5, I think. And does it say anyway? Issue 4 is the paint issue. I don't know where it says that, but I've seen it. And then there's the premium offer, where you pay an extra £2 per issue, and you get, across the run of it, you get 4 premium sets, i.e. big things. Cruel Boys Killer Boss on Battle Cat and Indrasta. Those are both from the Dominion box. And you got this cool dirigible, and you've got this Cho'Gath. Pretty cool, but I don't want any of them. I can't use them in Warcry, so not for me. I think I'm going to be picking it up. I'm going to be going along with it. I like the thing of getting a magazine and that kind of thing. It's quite fun. Is it the best value in the world? Only if you want the models. Do you know what I mean? Otherwise, you're getting them at a discount, massive discount if you average it out across the entire run. But you're spending like £700. You know? Were you going to spend £700 on those things or more? Then cool, it's a bargain. But if you weren't, then it's not. You're just buying extra stuff. But the price is good if you do it. I'm going to put these models together, see how they go together, and come back to you then. Right, here they are, all assembled. The killer boss, standing on a poor Stormcast with some nice reeds. I haven't pushed him right down to his base yet because I'll probably, I don't know, base around it or something. Add some more to it. But that's just to show you how he goes together. He did come with this flail arm, which I assume is an alternative arm for him. In the instructions with this magazine, it just says, ignore the flail arm, put it to one side. You won't be using it for now. But I assume it can go on there. Anyway, nice. You can never have too many ridiculously huge flails. One for the big spots. The Knight Arcanum went together pretty good. A bit fiddly. Getting the sworded after building the rest of it. But it said use the bear head, but I like the bear head for conversions, kit bashing other things. So I didn't. I used the other head. I don't think that will make it, not a relevant piece in game. I think it's just a aesthetic choice. And the stab grot. Pretty mean little guy. Pretty cool. So you got one head left over, one flail arm left over, and they're really nice models. I mean, they're a bit big for me. I like miniatures, and this guy is really getting towards the quite big scale, but big size. But that's okay. He's just the front of the army, the big dude. I won't get anyone bigger than him for my crawl boys, so he'll be the man. She's neat. I was tempted to leave the book off and use it for something else, but you can't really be a Arcanum without some sort of arcane books, so she's got the book. Yeah, I quite look forward to painting these. I'm doing the Crawl Boys pretty trad, I think, but I want to do something a bit different with this Stormcast because I'm really not into the big gold armor, so something different. I'll have to work it out. Yeah, that's the set. Stormbringer magazine. Let me know if you're subscribing to it. I can't, I'm gonna try it out. I'm gonna try it out because I'm more interested than I was with, say, Imperium, which I've picked up random issues of to make things for Kill Team or whatever. But I don't need anything like that much Necrons or that much Space Marines, so I didn't get. I'm not going for most of it. Whereas with this, there's that bit more variety. There's more use for it for me, coming from a Warcry perspective. So, and just a painting perspective, have a variety of things to paint. That's cool to me. So I'm going to give it a little shot, I think. Nice one. Let me know what you think. Thanks for watching. Bye.